Hey, what's up, guys? Riff here. So it's another very...
See? Oh my god, this is the game. This is how every game should be. Dustborn, my beloved. I have to ask something. And I don't know how to ask it politely, but you have to promise that you will not understand it in a mean way. What's up with certain communities having a fetish with chunky people with vitiligo? Why is it chunky people with vitiligo? I need to know. Every time I see an OC, it's always like, you know, like what Michael Jackson had, like that the color of your skin is turning into like white and spreads, and eventually you just basically turn white. It's like this person has it in the background, right? Like you can see the little patches on her skin. And yeah. It's like a very Tumblr coded thing. No, alopecia is when your hair is going away. What?
A horrible day for the modern audience and another great one for gamers. We are once again talking about Dustborn. Yes, in the year 2026, Dustborn is trying to make a comeback. For those
I think I saw a clip of Dustborn where they didn't curse. It was like something like frick in the game or something, and that's when I was like, nah, that ain't that for me, chief. I don't think so. If I have to play a game and you cannot say fuck in it and the character just censors herself, then it's like...
those who are not familiar, this is one of the most woke games ever created, and predictably, it ended up in the dustbin among the other woke trash that we've seen released over the past...
It's such a shame for Assassin's Creed. I would fire so many people for that.
...couple of years. But why are we talking about Dustborn again? Well, they have pretty much been giving this game away for free. They have slashed the Steam price by 95%.
Okay, hold on.
Here's Kiai in chat, blah 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 blah. How is our favorite cat het space cat doing today? Squishel bongo tap, squishel bongo tap.
Hold on. Wow! 10 player. Wow! Wait, is this like an offline game or something? Is it like a story-driven offline game? Wow! That's amazing! Oh my god, the peak was 83! Yes. You know what? Yes. Absolutely. See? This is what happens when you don't have a single attractive character on the roster. 83. Not even the Twitter freaks are playing this game.
95%.
No one.
Dustborn right now.
Hold up. So they had the sale. So this was it was a bundle. Bro, 30 people. 18 people. That's like fucking rough. Like, you have to understand, I feel like AI generated games have more players at this point. Like, you know, like literally like, I don't know, Sexy Mittler, and it's just all AI generated furry whatever, you know?
Costs $1.50.
The sale ended. Ooh. I'm sorry you missed out. I don't know how you will financially recover from this.
It essentially costs the same as a can of soda. And yet, is the modern audience going to show up now? I mean, this game they virtue signaled about is practically free. Will they finally support this game now that it costs them virtually nothing?
Surely.
You already know the answer, but let me get into Dustborn here, because I saw this thread today where...
I'm actually very happy that the modern audience always just talks, but they never spend any money. And I don't know if it's because they are all so broke that they just can't afford it, or is it because they are fucking hypocrites? I think it might be like a mixture of two, you know, because every time... I have a feeling that all they do is that, like, oh, they bitch about whatever, and then they play normal games and they make their character pretty, you know?
An individual is basically saying that go woke, go broke is a fake narrative, and that they've never seen a single example of something deemed as woke that somehow failed. And of course, this person asks for examples while immediately locking the replies.
Ma'am, you can't do that. You cannot ask for an example and shut the door onto my face. Ma'am. Ma'am, please. I swear, I'm ready to list you up all the games. Hello? Please.
Many such cases. So let me help out this individual by giving the history of Dustborn before we get into the recent Steam sale. So Dustborn is the most woke game ever.
The future is queer if you're along for a ride. Yeah. Sure. So what you have is that there is a person, she looks very smug. This person is already yelling. So you know that she's angry, right? She has like, they, them, I don't know. I think it's a lady, but it could be a they, them, right? Like they have like the skin condition. He's probably, I don't know. He looks kind of like a K-pop star. Like he needs some vitamin D's. And there's like over here a person and over here a person. Like I can already tell you just by looking at it that I could tell you their personalities. I'm not allowed to, but I totally could.
You can see the journalist trying to prop this up from day one.
Horrible.
And they don't offer anything about the gameplay. Instead, they say, Dustborn lets me smash fascists and flirt with my situation.
Smash fascists? Bro. You know, like, the problem is that at this point, do you know what a fascist mean? A fascist would be someone who says that there are boys and girls and that's it. It's like you're basically the second coming of Hitler, you know? And you're so horrible. Like, you should be erased from the planet or something. Like, these words have no meanings anymore.
Ship on a road trip across America.
Is it Midler? It's Mittler, right? It's cuter.
What a diabolical sentence, ladies and gentlemen. But of course, the gameplay itself, if you can call it that, is just
journalists are a hive mind. How is it possible? You say journalists are a hive mind. That means that there are multiple brain hooked up into one source. But there's no brain. There's nothing there. It's empty. Look at the jar, buddy. It's empty. Yeah, there's nothing. No sauce. Absolutely. Where's the lamp sauce? There's nothing here.
Calling everyone racist. There's even ability.
Wait. Why did they call you racist? They seem super weird about race. Think we can capitalize on that anxiety, kid? And then they show like two white people. Because that's... Oh, if you're white, then you're immediately then. I'm sorry. Obviously.
Gameplay itself, if you can call it that, is just calling everyone racist. There's even abilities in the game called...
Cancel. We've learned how to cancel. Oh, that's so embarrassing. Oh, dude, this is like the millennial humor, but without like the humor. This is just millennial... you know? Cancel will allow us to isolate people from their friends and their compatriots. In battle, this could be a useful tool against enemies. Oh, you know, it kind of sounds bad. It's almost like they are sort of aware of it. Like, oh, if I cancel you, I am not canceling you because I think that you're being wrong or you have done something wrong and I want you to change your mind. It's just so that you are getting bullied. You know, I will bully you until you have nothing left. You should play Dustborn. I would rather die in Minecraft and in real life as well. So no.
Called cancel, where you literally cancel people. There's also
bully. Wait, I thought that was the previous thing. Hold up. We learn how to bully people. This game is a sarcastic. You can't. No. Ain't no fucking way. Bully give us the power to force people to do something they may not want to do or to make them feel bad about themselves in fights. This could be highly effective on targeted enemies. Bro, they are self-aware. They know this. You know when everyone like on the internet they start to bully you because you like a hot anime character or whatnot? This is it. They don't like what you do, and it's not about you being wrong. They just want to control you. Bro, this game should be burned. I would love to take a look at the development team. I just like, you know, when they do like those big group photos, I would love to see a picture of the development team. I can already tell, but I would love to see it.
Which makes so much sense for people who are proponents of cancel culture, because that's what they are. They're cry bullies. And there's also normalize.
Normalize. We learn how to normalize negative emotions. Normalize gives us the ability to make people think certain behaviors or feelings are normal. But I'm not... Bro! What the fuck? Whoa! Whoa! Jesus Christ! They just saying out... They are saying the quiet part out loud. Is this satire, or do you think? Oh my god! I found one of their devs. Show me. I need to know. Give me right now. Give me the sauce. I need to see. This is horrible. Hold on. I'm checking. Yeah. It's sort of how I imagined. You know, a hair. Hold on. This is layers. The hair, the short bangs, check. Colorful hair, checked. Nose ring piercings, hole in the ear, check. The funky glasses thing, check. Greasy hair, check. She looks normal, buddy. Like maybe, I don't want to say it. Maybe in certain neighborhoods when you're addicted to certain substances, then it's normal. But I don't know, man. This is not like the... I wouldn't say she's the average folk that you would meet on the bus or something. You know? It's... You know what's weird? What's strange for me is how blatantly blunt the propaganda is in this game. It's like, okay, so we can bully you, we can brainwash you, we can, you know, like, it's like, this is like Twitter, but the game. I didn't notice. Yeah, shocking, huh?
And as we always see, normalize this, normalize that, normalize shutting up.
I am so happy that most cancellations now doesn't work. You know, like, I was afraid. I know it's a little bit like irrelevant tangent, but I was afraid that Saikuno would just sort of disappear and give up. I am glad that he came back because I feel like people forgot what was the point of like the entire quote unquote cancellation. The point wasn't to bully you into an early grave. The point was to make you stop whatever you're doing and change your ways if you have been doing something horrible. Right? Like, hey, you were, I don't know, hurting X and Y. How about you just don't fucking do that anymore, right? Like, just be normal. But now it's like, if it doesn't end up with someone actually hurting themselves, these people are not happy. You know? Like, you, even if that person would come back and apologize over and over again, they will not be happy until something tragic happens. And that's not normal. You shouldn't actually just bully someone until they are like under I don't know how many foot.
Please. But of course, this game and it...
7, 8? It got a 7 and Wukong got an 8? This got a 7? Bro, IGN are such... Oh my god. Like, IGN, if IGN would be a person, they would be the kind of person who would actually remove their own ribs just so they can suck themselves off. You know, and then they would just wipe their lips with like a tissue, and they would be like, delicious. You know, may I have some more, good sir? Unironically, that's how I imagine if IGN would be a person, this is what it would be. Absolutely.
It's sterling content. Received a 7 out of 10 rating from IGN. 1 point shy of their rating for Black Myth Wukong, by the way.
It's basically the same. Remember, Mixtape got like a 10 or some shit. It was like a 9 or a 10, I don't remember.
Never trust these
It's good. Do you like IGN? I love it.
Nice. Why don't people trust mainstream media anymore? Why don't people trust what we tell them anymore? Then this is what people are told. Then if you disagree, you're a misogynist, incel, totalitarian, giga backwards 50 hog.
True. You know what I hate the most about this? Like, let's say you have 2 dev team. Let's say you have, I don't know, literally any successful, like the Elden Ring dev team, or you have Wukong dev team, or you have Stellar Blade dev team. If a game that is not their game will succeed, they will be like, yeah, congratulations, right? If you have a dev team that is like Dustborn or Dragon Age or Mixtape or whatever, if their game doesn't succeed, they immediately attack. They will be like, well, it's because all the chuds. There was a hate campaign, actually. It's because gamers are all toxic and they are all just horrible bigots, and they are all like they actually, their only way of expressing emotion is to call you certain things. You know, it's never about that, oh, maybe we could have done better. Oh, maybe this is what we should have done. It's always that you have to be eradicated. You know, it's like 0 to 10,000 million. You know, it's like you are not allowed to survive. You are not allowed to have attractive girls in video games. You are not allowed to have a game where you go through the hero's journey. You're not allowed to have male gaming characters that you can look up to. You're not allowed. You have to eat the slop and you have to like it and say, thank you, can I have some more? And that's what I hate. You know?
Journalists. And also Dustborn had some other controversies, including stealing game assets.
Still what? Like the IKEA furniture?
And when it was reported on Twitter, this was the response from one of their woke devs. Simply saying, this is the funniest stuff I've ever seen, dude. Why do you care?
I mean, that's a solid question. I mean, why do you care? 80 people played the game. Like, that's like nothing. Why would you care? It's like, it's barely anyone. Really? Who knows how many people just got like free copies of it? Like, they were just journalists testing it for content, you know?
That's
literally the, oh my god, yeah, that's the doggy lady. Wait, hold up. So the game's developer said, why do you care that they have stolen assets into their own video game? What? What? So yeah, we did steal these, but why do you care? What does it matter? You know, I don't want to hear anyone bitch about like AI generated assets in games, okay? I don't want to hear anyone ever say, oh my god, this game has AI generated code. I literally can't. I don't care. I don't care.
This person is probably very anti-AI and cries about that stuff. Now it's stealing from...
Listen, stealing is one thing, okay? That's like an honest job. But if the AI steals, now that's bad, you know? I'm sorry. The AI cannot steal, only I can steal.
People, and yet when they get caught stealing assets for their game, they say, why do you care? This is so funny. And that same woke dev also said this: I will put knitting men and sexy non-binary peeps in your video game, and I will never...
I'm sorry, what's a do they mean just actually just men who knit? Or is that like what's wrong with men and knitting? Let's be real. I don't think if you have a character that knits, I don't think the biggest problem is going to be that he knits. I think there will be 10,000 more glaring problem, and it's not going to be like, oh no, he's making a sweater, you know? It's probably going to be how they talk, what they are saying, how they look like, how obnoxious they are going to be.
Stop. Be afraid. I come not in peace.
I'm not afraid. I think I will survive people spending a bunch of money only to put out a game that not even 100 people play. I think I will be fine. Why are they always so malicious? You have to understand, these people, they hate everything that is the norm, right? Like, they hate how the world works. They don't hate you personally. They hate fundamental truth about the world. Like the fact that in the animal kingdom and in humanity, you need one male and one female to create a child that's like super sexist and offensive to them. And if you can't agree on something like 1 + 1 = 2 or something like that, then you cannot expect them to be rational, right? Like they are fighting against basic laws. It's like saying that gravity is racist or something, you know? So you have to understand that these people will be always mad. Nothing will ever be enough. Like, they will just always be sort of upset about anything and everything, and they will try to like twist reality into something that they want it to be. But I don't know, man. It's like, imagine that you have like an orange and you keep painting it to be red like an apple, and you put like the little leaves onto it and whatever. Once you cut it open, it's like you cannot like brute force an orange tree to give you apples. You cannot make an apple pie out of orange. Did that keep people open? But it's, you know, like you cannot fight against something like this. Like, I'm actually shocked that no one thinks gravity is racist or sexist. Oh, gravity is fatphobic. I'm a fucking genius. That's it. Oh my god, it is. I am such a genius. Please call me. I am so smart. Thank you. I was wondering that. I was like, there is something I could put onto this. I know it. Stop giving them idea. It's too late. Call me. I have a mind that I can come up with like 50 ways that you can feel oppressed. Genius.
And that seemed to be the overall attitude.
Hold up. I thought you were... Rev, you're not reading up the thing. Right? Like, sexy. They hate the numbers like they hate biology. Math and science are as evil as the patriarchy. To be fair, math is evil. Especially when they put like letters into it. That's when I started to feel the patriarchy. You know, like it was numbers and it was like fine, and then they come with the letters and I'm like, okay, fuck that. Yeah.
Stop. Be afraid. I come not in peace. And that seemed to be the overall attitude of Dustborn, where the creative director stated that publishers and developers are just understanding more, that there's a wider and more diverse audience out there.
Where? Where are they? Where is it? Where is this wider and more diverse audience? Where is it? I'm gonna be honest with you. I think those people who like these things and they are into these things, you know, and they fight a good fight and whatever, they are either not gamers, or they will still play the games that are actually good. Like, they will still go back to COD. They will go back to whatever MMO they are into. They will go back to Terraria, like Factorio, whatever. They are not going to play these games. Oh yeah, I'm gonna cancel you with my skill, you know? It's a cultural takeover by people who have no friends and decided that they should dictate how people behave. See, this is what happens when your teachers don't allow you to bully the weird kid in school. Okay, like the weird kid grows up and it's like, hey, I didn't get bullied, so I can say these things. You know? And by weird kid, I don't mean that, oh, like you're into math or you're into history. Like the actual, like, you know, the ones that are just like breathing down your neck and they just don't know where personal space starts and begin. You know? Like where you actually do socially unacceptable things. Yeah, like the actual real weirdos. The one who will go up to you to cut your hair so that they can keep it to themselves. Right? And they are just like sniffing your hair follicles and whatnot.
There. And that games are becoming more global. Games are becoming more accessible to everyone. And that means the audience changes. A masterful gambit. They tried to go all in on the modern audience, and guess what? It didn't show up. But some people really tried. There was plenty of woke people trying to prop up this game. I saw Reddit posts like this, where they're saying the reviews aren't that bad when you look at Kotaku.
I love Dustborn. Okay. Yeah, sure. I believe you.
IGN, Polygon, and PC Gamer. Yes, Redditors unironically get their game reviews. And
Dude, hold on. I'm sorry. So when you wanna play a game, you go onto the Kotaku or IGN website to check the rating. Like I go onto Steam and I look at the Steam reviews and I scroll through like why people like it or hate it, but I would never go onto like IGN or Polygon. It's like, oh, let me see what the number that we got. What?
recommendations from these sources.
Ah.
But they continue on with the blame game, because certainly it wasn't the game itself and the development team who's responsible for its failure. It's the anti-woke harassment.
Yeah. I mean, actually, like, people who are busy just playing their games, they are very famous for going after all these people. Definitely. Yeah, sure.
It's that the game devs face. Yes, it's the anti-woke that...
It's your fault. You know, it's your chudness. Your masculine, patriarchal chudness is this is your fault. You know? Caught us completely off guard.
caused this game to fail. But it wasn't just the modern audience and games journalists who were propping up this game. Dustborn was able to secure funding from multiple government entities.
Bro, can I just say that every time I hear that whatever government funded the game, it's always ass. I don't know what kind of money laundering is going on, but every time I hear that, oh, a government gave X, Y amount of money, and I know it's going to be bad. Always. Always.
Including the Norwegian Film Institute securing 1.4 million USD from them, and the EU creative grant that gave them another 150,000.
Why? What does the EU have to be like? I'm sorry, it didn't even look like it was about European people. Like, it was about like a handful of American characters. Like, what does it have to do with anything? What? We call it fraud? This is like, why? If I speak, I'm in big trouble. Oh, no.
Euros, and also got...
After Xvoto getting 600k, I'm not surprised. Alright. Hold on. Xvoto. Dude, Xvoto had a higher peak. Holy shit. They actually... Wow. I know. Listen, there's two people in right now. We respect those two people. They have done so well. I am shocked. Dude. can I just say that I don't think the government should be supporting games. Like, clearly, they have really, really horrible taste in games. Sorry, dudes. I don't think so.
$250,000 from the U.S. government, and it was described as a new counter-disinformation game. Absolutely diabolical. Well, how did their investment go? Not so great.
Okay. Estimated gross revenue. Net revenue. Wait, they made money? Hold up. They made any money? I don't believe that. I don't think so. Okay, 83 people is not going to change the world. I don't believe in. This is like when the EU says it finances art instead of traditional beautiful culture. They finance a woman with leg hair in front of a finance center saying it's a powerful statement. True. Did you know that the best way of fighting the patriarchy is not shaving your pits? It's actually true.
The estimated gross revenue for Dustborn was $200,000, with the net revenue around somewhere in the $60,000 range. That's right. They had an entire development team working for years on this, alongside grants from multiple governments, and all they produced was around $60,000 net revenue.
I don't. Who? No. Where would this revenue come from? I don't believe. No. I don't believe that. Where is this money coming from?
And
sponsors? For what? That's a tiny revenue. I don't believe they made that much money.
Of course, we know the numbers, okay? That's why the revenue's so bad. It peaked around 80.
What was the release price? It was $29.99, if I remember correctly.
Concurrent players, despite having the entire industry and their sycophants propping up this game, nobody actually showed up, and that's exactly what the modern audience does. And speaking of no one showing up, I pointed this out back in 2024.
Wow, they even had a thing. Wow.
As a part of their...
It's so empty. it's literally like COVID distancing. Like, no one even wants to stand around it. It's like, oh, fuck, if I get close, I will get something.
Promotional events for Dustborn.
You could go there just to like take a rest, like eat your hamburger or whatever. Like, you know, you're busy, people bumping into you. You go to the Dustborn panel. It's so you have free seats. You can sit down. You can have your lunch.
They set up a booth at Tokyo Game Show 2024, and they actually had fewer visitors than their concurrent player count, which was an unbelievably sad achievement. I
don't mean to be like that, but it is very wild that they think that this would land with Japan. You know, like for multiple reasons. Like I can't even tell you all the reasons why this wouldn't land in Japan, but I appreciate the developers' balls that they tried. You know, yeah, vaguely gestures to the cover art. No, it's all right. It's yeah.
I think that was possible, but of course, actions have consequences.
Dude, the art is so Tumblr coded. I don't know why. This is like, I don't know what kind of art style it is when you have like girls, but they always kind of look like boys and they have like very short hair and they are just, they're not ugly but not attractive. I cannot put my finger on it. You know? It's like, it's sort of masculine, but also it's, yeah, I guess it is androgynous, I guess. It's like, I don't think anyone minds when you have androgynous characters, but when you make a game and you make everyone like that, let's be real, you will attract a very specific audience. And at the end of the day, I feel like that if you're creating a game, unless you're super rich, right? Unless you're super rich, creating a game should be about making money. And you have to look at like how people are, right? Like, okay, there are dudes, then you have to put in a hot chick, some hot dudes, you know, like something. It cannot be that everyone is the same thing.
And no matter how many
Yeah, like mixtape was probably like a rich nepo baby's little magnum opus, and she had done it, and it was like, hurrah, you have done it. And now it's like, how many people are playing mixtape? Let me see. Mixtape. The 10 out of 10. There's 29 people rocking mixtape at this very moment. You know? 29. Peak. Absolute peak. So, like, I have a feeling that I could record myself scratching my ass in my kitchen, and people would watch that video more than whatever the numbers are here. You know? And I could loop it for like an hour, and I would get like, I don't know, thousands and thousands of people. And it would be, that's it. And it wouldn't cost me a millions and whatnot.
sterling reviews you get from games journalists, at the end of the day, you have to actually make revenue. So then, Red Thread Games released a message.
Is this the company, the development company?
Saying that, well, there are some issues here, and we're very disappointed.
The issues are that they are broke. they were getting the stonks, and then they didn't get the stonks.
And they expected Dustborn to spark conversation and debate, and they look forward to engaging with players in a positive and constructive fashion. Unfortunately, that conversation has been drowned out by a tidal wave of hates and abuse.
What? Wait. Since we first announced Dustborn, we read your comments and listened to your feedback, hopes, and wishes for the game. Over the past 4 years, our team has poured their hearts into telling a story that's deeply meaningful to us. I'm looking at you, and with very narrowed eyes. A story about the power of words. About, you mean bullying? It's like a how to bully people on Twitter 101. Play Dustborn. About building a world where everyone can feel safe. About love, friendship, and robots. I'm sorry. How am I supposed to live in a world where everyone can feel safe when you literally have to bully people and cancel them and isolate them just so that they will align with whatever? Okay. We expected Dustborn to spark conversation and debate. I think that it did spark conversation. And look forward to engaging with our players in a positive and constructive fashion. Unfortunately, that conversation had been drowned out by the tidal wave of hate and abuse. Oh, hold up. No. I think, no, hold up. People, they just learned the skills. They learned skill cancelled. They learned skill bullying. Hello? We welcome thoughtful feedback and respectful criticism. No, they don't. We embrace discussion and debate. No, they don't. But we have zero tolerance for hate speech, harassment. I thought that's the game mechanic. I'm sorry, you cannot say that I cannot participate in the game mechanic when you make it into a game mechanic. And threats of any kind, those who engage in such behavior will be removed from our community. That 83 people are shivering in their boots. To everyone else, thank you for coming on this journey for us. Your support means everything, and your constructive feedback continues to push us to learn and evolve. Together, let's continue building a world where everyone can feel valued and empowered to share their stories. Men too. Like, if you're a white dude, can you feel empowered to share your story? Are you allowed to have opinion? Are you allowed to live in this safe society? No, you know, like this is what I hate. It's like they're always like, let's be kind to each other, let's love each other, and it's like at the end of the day, it only works if you're part of like a very select few. You know, like if you're just a regular bloke with a regular opinion, or even if you're a regular girl, you know, like if let's say you're a girl who likes boys and you want to get married and you want to have a family,
The artist who drew this Live 2D model is clearly one of the greats of our time. There I go buttering you up again. Hello Scoot Chan and Space Cadets.
Hey Stefan, thank you so much. Yeah. No, for real. Like, if it would be like, let's say I would say that I have constructive criticism, they would call me so many horrible things simply because I don't hate man. You know? They would be like, Scoo, get the fuck out of here. This is not about you. This is not for you. And it's like, where is my safe place? Where's my love, friendship, and robot? You know? It's stupid. Check the skills, Scoo.
And of course, in stunning fashion, they lock the replies.
Boo! Cowards!
As well, blaming everyone else but themselves. And as pointed out here, they would have been better off just sending an email to the 12.
Hold up, how many likes did it have? I need to see.
But themselves.
Did they not show the like? There was 2.1k likes, okay? But an alarmingly much more retweets. I wonder if it counts the quote retweets.
And as pointed out here, they would have been
10 million views. Oh boy.
Better off just sending an email to the 12 remaining Dustborn players who were still hanging in there at that point. And also you have other quotes saying these are the tactics of the good guys, and Dustborn kind of makes you wonder about the morality of the people who made it, doesn't it? Which is very ironic, you know, the use of...
It is true. Have you noticed that argument was never a skill? Like, you know, I think in America, Americans used to have like little debate sessions, like as a class, and it was like two people. You have your topic and you have to like defend your side, you know, and then you were like learning sort of how to have an argument, but like in a constructive manner, you know. Yeah, you had to be smart and witty, and you had to just convince people. And it's an extra... Yeah, there you go. But, like, that's not a skill. Debate, like, you giving up, giving your own opinion and trying to tempt the other person that, hey, actually, this is... that's what it should be. It wouldn't be cancel and bully. Like, I don't know. That's like... Imagine that you're, like, trying to, like... convince someone about something, and at the end of the day you just like take like a silencer and you just shoot them in the head. It's like that it didn't work. Okay, maybe the next person, you know. It's like start it all over again.
Cancel and bully
yeah, maybe next time.
As attacks from the supposed good people to the supposed bad people is very telling. And then here's another quote saying the main character in Dustborn uses her powers to cancel, bully, hoax, manipulate, and gaslight others because they don't share her beliefs. You are the advocates of hate speech, harassment, and threats.
True.
Pax is not a hero, she is a sociopath, and you not recognizing this is insane. And of course, after this disaster launch of Dustborn, one that they even acknowledged at the studio as a disaster, you thought they would have just canceled this project, but 2 years later, they're still going strong. Well, sort of. They have now had this
Wait, they have a DLC? Oh, no, they have a DLC. Yes!
95% price slash on Steam. Again, leaving the game at a price of $1.49. I said that's the price of a can of soda. I'm not even sure if that's true anymore. But yeah, even when this game is $1.50, $1.50, the modern audience still doesn't show up. They never put their money where their mouth is. They never actually back the games they pretend to like. Because right now, a couple days into the sale, they're sitting at 15 in-game players. That's right, only 15 people from the modern audience could...
Nah, that's a lot of people. Dude, meanwhile, it's just, you know, the devs. They are just like booting up Steam. It's like, guys, the numbers, they have to look good. What do you mean?
Spend $1.50 to support the game that was apparently such a masterpiece. And if you look at the last week or so, you can see when the sale hit. They went from, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players, and they peaked.
Dude, like, bro, literally any boring ass Discord has more players. It's $2. You know, like, that's like a coin that accidentally slipped behind your couch. You know? Like, you literally yearly find more money on the floor than the price of this game.
Way up there at 27
Whoa.
players, and ultimately it's falling off again. But I mean, what are you gonna do? The all-time peak being 83.
Crazy.
At least they got to 26 in this resurgence, this renaissance for the game, and you can see some of the reactions to posts talking about
Well,
this.
they can't money in their support game and money in their fentanyl.
You think they have fun? I don't think so. I think they are actually serious. I wish I could say that the devs were like hooked up onto something. This is just reality, bro.
Saying, I wouldn't buy that for $1. Dog turds on the street are free, yet you don't see people picking them up and taking them home.
Ooh. 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 Ah, wow. That's a good one. That's a good
Thanks, I'll pass. I had someone try.
one. Fuck up. Dick like it's like, no, do not taint my Steam library. Ew.
And gift me this, and of course they declined it with a note saying F off. I have neither bought it nor played it, and yet I still want a refund. Valid.
True.
The perfect gift to give someone you hate.
The perfect gift for your enemies.
But even as a gag gift, it's not worth $1. They ought to be giving me financial compensation for even looking at their cancer. No thank you, it's only $1.50. I do not want it. So what's the award for? Runner-up for the crappiest game of the year? Oh yeah, they're winning.
Made in Norway. Developed with support from Norwegian Film Institute. That's so sad.
Awards, of course they are. All of these games are award winners. Don't you notice that, ladies and gentlemen? All this crap we see, all this slop. They always win awards. Crazy. What a commentary on the industry right now and all these sycophants and the agenda pushers inside of it. But ultimately,
it was made in Norway. Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. This is all the Norwegian people. Lagrange. There's no justice in crime.
Dustborn is one of the greatest examples, near Concordian levels of go woke, go broke, and they deserve it. And as I've said before, if they marketed this game as a parody, I genuinely believe it would have sold a lot more copies, because people would have thought this was a commentary on wokeness and cancel culture, and it would have been ironic, and it would have been funny, but that was not their intent. They were dead serious when they made this game, and yeah.
It's just shocking to me that I keep looking at this cover art, and the anatomy is a little bit fogged up around, like, there is something really wrong going on here. Like, it looks weird, but I'm shocked that even if she's bending over, she has no tits. Like, I don't have too much. No. They wouldn't do AI because, you know, like, they wouldn't do the AI. I don't think it's AI. I think it's just someone is not perfect with anatomy. That's like whatever. I'm more shocked that she actually has no tits. Like, not even when you're bending forward. Like, you should have, like, this part should be a little bit like, you know, like your back is sort of not straight. Like, she's straight. Like, she has like an actual rod inserted up to her butthole because her spine is straight as fuck. You know? There is no titty.
Turns out.
Spoilers, Dempsey is pregnant. No. I don't believe that. That would mean that she would have to have intercourse with a man. Yes? I don't believe that. Man in my game? I don't believe that. What happened? Did she sit onto the wrong toilet seat? What happened? I don't believe that.
Nobody wants that. But anyways, that's going to do for this video. If you enjoyed, please consider giving the video a like, consider subscribing, and turning on notifications for...
I don't believe that. No. I don't believe you. You don't know. It's a birthing person. Oh, God.
Daily uploads, as well as multiple streams every week.
Don't even start with that. Very good. 10 out of 10 video. I liked it. I'm so sorry. Can I go to pee? 1 sec.